Muppin Sewing Emporium. How are you doing tonight? I am Cheryl Muppin Whited. You can call me Muppin. I am your host of Muppin Sewing Emporium here in beautiful downtown, about to have a thunderstorm and bad weather, Paducah, Kentucky. We have survived all the tornadoes and the rain so far, and we are here to have some fun. You are seeing this lovely color that is some hair dye that I had in my closet. I decided to use, and I'm rather enjoying the return to red as I was as a young person. My goodness, we have so much to talk about because there's like a million and one things happening, and that's because we're about to come to Quilt Week. Quilt Week is the American Quilter Society Paducah Quilt Show that happens here in Paducah, and it will take place the week of April 21st. It is going to go the whole week. Darlene is here. Hello, Darlene. How are you tonight? If you're out there and you can hear me, give me a thumbs up so that I know all of this technology is working, because it hasn't been all night. And so there's that. If you have not heard, Paducah Quilt Week is kind of a thing here in Paducah. And we say Quilt Week because it does really take up the whole week. People start to arrive to town Sunday or Monday. So in this case, it would be like, Sunday, the 20th, which happens to be Easter. So we don't expect a lot of people to show up on Wednesday or Sunday, but they will. Darlene is great. I am well. Thank you very much for asking. I appreciate that. Marion is here from Illinois. Hello, hello. She's watching over on YouTube. We co-broadcast over on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, through the power of the internet. And so we have lots of plans coming for Quilt Week, and it's about to get crazy up in here. Now, today, my husband and I did officially agree that we are done buying stuff for Quilt Week. So everything that we are getting is what we're getting for Quilt Week. And oh my gosh, are we getting a lot. And we're going to touch on all the things that are happening, but Quilt Week is just, this amazing event that happens here in Paducah. It is a part of the AQS quilt show here in Paducah that happens at the convention center about, I want to say, like 6 blocks from here. So over at the convention center, there is, that's where the show happens. And the show has grown so big that there is a separate bubble that they put up. We call it the bubble, and it's really like an inflatable dome, like the kind that you would play sports in. So it's completely enclosed and very safe for, the things that go on in there. You have always wanted to go, Marion. You need to come to Paducah during Quilt Week. This is how we got here to Paducah. Is I actually showed, I actually came to the show, and next thing you know, I was buying the building and on the way home. So Charlotte wants to know, are the roads clear downtown? Yes, they are. I would love to have you come see me, Charlotte. That would be amazing. Cheryl, giant marshmallow. It does look like a giant marshmallow. Charlotte also calls it the marshmallow. Charlotte and Cheryl are both locals here. Um, Marion says my college had a bubble gym, and that is very true. So this is very much like a sports dome that's temporary. They blow them up, and they're so big that like you can have a sports event in it. And this bubble is about a block away from the convention center, so they're very close to going, to being there, like, that kind of stuff. So they're all really, really close. Anna wants to know what's the best day for a newbie quilter during Quilt Week. I will tell you from my experience that Wednesday night is preview night. So if you want to see everything, I mean, it's only open for a couple of hours, and you have to be an AQS member to get in during that time period. But is it Tuesday night? No, it's Wednesday. So Wednesday is the day it opens. Thursday, Friday, Saturday are all great days. Rachel says every day is the best day. Now, I will personally tell you, Saturday, don't sleep on Saturday. Saturday to me is the best day to go because everyone has this sort of like mental, like, oh my gosh, that's when all the people who work come to the show. I will say that a lot of people have left town and are they come early, they come for the show early in the week, and then they are already gone by the second half of the week. So there are still hotel rooms on Friday and Saturday. There's still places, that you can get a hotel room Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So the early part of the week, heck no. They're good luck getting a hotel Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Those days I know are already sold out. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, if you've never been here, that Friday and Saturday is like chef's kiss. Darlene has this like 100, she's dialed in. Quilt Week for quilters is like the Indy 500 for fans, but better. Yes. Anna, no, you will not fight a ton of traffic. Honestly, everybody's there because they've found their cool parking spot. But I will say there's a couple of secrets when it comes to making the best of Quilt Week, and one of those is to park the car. You can park your car across the street from our shop at the US Bank building. And you can walk really quickly over to the museum, and there's a shuttle from the museum that will take you everywhere. So, my secret, free parking at the US Bank, and get and just walk over to the museum and take the shuttle everywhere. I will say I agree with that. The parking is kind of the hardest, but that is my parking secret, and I will also tell you my other secret. Rachel says Saturday, best day for deals because they don't want to pack it up. Absolutely. Absolutely. The show ends on Saturday, and as soon as it show they shut it down, um everybody packs up to go home, and so yes. Anna says this is the hack I needed. So the parking hack. Also, if you are downtown and you are in need of a restroom, okay, this is my second little hack. Most of the buildings, including ours, we have 125-year-old pipes. Okay, it's old ass building. What time does it start on Saturday? I think 9 o'clock. But I could be wrong. But let me pull it up and I will double check. AQS Quilt Week. So da, 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 da. Oh, I got a pop up here. 9 o'clock, 9 to 4 on Saturday, and so hopefully, that will. So bathrooms. Okay, so our buildings downtown, really old. The best free clean bathroom is across the street from our building in the US Bank building, 4th floor. Just saying, there's offices on that floor and there's public restrooms on that floor, and they're cleaned every day and they're accessible, and you just take the elevator up, use the bathroom, and go on your merry way. That is my secret bathroom. Okay, so Charlotte is absolutely correct. The trolley is going to be going around town. That's going to take you to all like the downtown stops, the museum, and the convention center. So that's just to kind of get you around the little downtown. So the trolley, and there are buses that will take you out to the hotels by the highway. So we've got you covered for those of you that are at the hotels downtown or in Paducah, and they're by the highway. There are shuttle buses that'll take you down to here, and then you can use the trolley to get around down here. Rachel's asking, do I think the bike guys will be back again this year? I don't know if the guys who do the bicycles with the little, they're like ped bikes, and they have like a little uh chariot on the back, and they pedal you around town. I haven't heard, but I assume that they will be back. Darlene is absolutely right. There is and so this is what I want to tell you about Quilt Week. Quilt Week is more than just the show. And look, I give AQS a ton of credit for the beautiful show that they put on, the awards, the amazing quilts you're going to see, the vendors you're going to see. But Paducah becomes Quilt City, USA this particular week. And this is the kind of thing that we are talking about. City Hall will have quilts from the Paducah Quilt and Stitch Guild, and that show is at City Hall. It's going to go up the week before Quilt Week, and it's going to be on the Quilt Week after Quilt Week. So that's going to be happening all during that time. And then also the library will have quilts, and there is a window contest that I am desperately trying to win for the downtown shops. So the downtown shops will all have window displays. We're all trying to win an award. There's a lot of cash on the line, and I am very excited about that. And so the downtown will also have all of its windows. We also know that there is a show that's happening at Carson Park at the same time. So if you have a vehicle, you want to get out to there. Cheryl says plenty of food downtown. eat early or late, but if you eat at like regular dinner times, you might have a little bit of a wait. Um, I have found that the food is like the downtown food is amazing and you have plenty of options. But may I please make um a request that you please do your best to tip very well. As quilters do not have a great reputation for tipping well during quilt week. We know you want to save all of your money for the fabric, but please tip your waitresses and your servers. Darlene wants to know, how do you win best window? Can we vote? I don't know how they're doing the voting. I wish I knew. It bugs me that I don't know, because it really does. But I am trying to win. I will try to win. We have to have our windows up by the 21st, which mine will definitely be up. Mariana is here. Hello. And of course, she says Quilt Week is the best. Quilt Week is the best. It really is like this amazing thing. Yes, and this is like the food is really well known. So the convention center is going to have these food trucks out front, and one of them is always the strawberry shortcake that's put together by the Boy Scout troop. And oh my gosh, so much good food out there, even right there at the convention center. But I will tell you, the best stuff is downtown too. So get your strawberry shortcake and then come downtown for some food, because it's really good. Charlotte says, if you're going to be here a few days, Grand Rivers is also decked out for Quilt Week. So if you have a car and you're able to get over to Grand Rivers, I'm telling you, we're putting it on. Now, Marion had a question earlier and I almost skipped it over. Is it better than the Kentucky Derby? Well, I will tell you from what I have been told, by people in the visitors and planning tourism, you know, whatever you want to call that, the people who are experts in Kentucky tourism, the quilt show is the second largest event in Kentucky behind the Kentucky Derby. So there's the Derby, and then there's Quilt Week. And those two events are number 1 and 2 in all of Kentucky, which is crazy to me. The food is wonderful. I don't disagree. You're coming partially for the food, partially for the quilt show, but you're really here for the quilt show. But yes, the food here is amazing. We have a top chef in town. Top chef Sarah Chef Sarah Bradley is our local Food Network celebrity, and her restaurant is here in Paducah. So come and enjoy Quilt Week, right? Like Quilt Week is like this, it's food and quilting. How can you go wrong, right? So like the food is wonderful. We have also a um several restaurants that were on an episode of Best Bite in Town just last year. So we've had quite a bit of interest in the food scene here in Paducah from people who know about food. And Chef Sarah Bradley just today was announced as a finalist for the James Beard Award. So, if she's getting that kind of recognition, we're talking about very good food here in at the Freight House, which is the name of her restaurant. Cheryl says that Troop 200 does ice cream. Yes. Mary It sounds super exciting. Yeah, it's kind of our Super Bowl. It's kind of our Indy 500. We are really excited. The Strawberry Shortcake's a fundraiser for the Boy Scouts, and the portions are generous. Yes, they are. You will not go hungry if you don't want to. Paducah. Um, Marion, this says a lot about Quilt Week. It's a quite the event. Just gonna say. So we've got all of that. So let's talk about what we're doing for Quilt Week because, oh, of course, we're going to be doing some stuff for Quilt Week. I will be over at the convention center teaching count them, five classes for AQS this year. So if you want to catch me, you're going to have to catch me while I am here in the store, and I will have a list of all of my hours so that you can come and specifically see me in my store. But if you are interested, I believe two of my courses have openings, and I mean they have like a single opening each. So you might want to jump if you want to take a class from me at the show. You have to sign up now, okay? And then on top of me teaching over at the show, we're going to have our trusty team here running the show at the shop without me. So please extend them every courtesy and every bit of patience and all of the love and the money, and come and shop in the store even though I might not be here. We have, of course, Charlie is going to be in charge. Charlie's in charge for the times that I am not in the shop. And we have Rachel and Sonia who are going to be here when I am not here. So, very excited about getting all of that wonderful help. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Um, and as a as a uh I guess because I want that to go so smoothly for all of you, for Rachel, for Sonia, and for Charlie, we're getting you a new point of sale program. So it'll be much easier to run. And we are testing everything to make sure that everything in the store is scannable. So we won't have any problems like we've had the last 2 years. In addition, we are launching three three new patterns for Quilt Week, and two of them you've seen two of them before. They were temporary one-time patterns. We're going to turn them into official patterns, and we have a brand new pattern that you've never seen before that is launching the week of Quilt Week. So look out for that. Yes, Miss Rachel, she's gonna be here. Yep, so come on in. And please come on in and see Miss Sonia as well. Okay, now here's some more stuff that's going on. We are doing a new quilt exhibit in the hallway. So we always do kind of like a mini gallery here at the shop. The hallway is kind of a small area. It's kind of like we don't really know what to do with it sometimes. Just right now, it's just holding a lot of junk. What we've decided is that yes, we are going to recreate the gallery again this year. And this year, the theme of that quilt exhibit are quilts as seen on TV. So these will be quilts from my collection that have or were part of quilts demonstrations that I have done on television, and we will have those on display. And I will tell you, some of these don't really get out that much. So it'll be kind of cool to have all of the quilts that have ever been on television with me to be all in one place. So I'm very excited about the As Seen on TV quilt exhibit. And so I'm just, you know, we had to think about whether or not we were even going to have the exhibit, but thank you, Darlene. I appreciate that. It's going to be a really fun project. Getting out all those quilts that have been on TV for with me. So, including the newest ones that I had to finish for going to tape in Denver this past year. So, all the way from my very first appearance all the way to now. So, we're going to have some pretty cool exhibits going on. I'm very excited. Also, I wanted to give you some updates on some pre orders because we got a new pre-order coming up that's going to launch on Monday. This is going to be for Tula Pink's newest fabric line. My understanding is she is going to announce her new fabric line on Monday, and we are ready to push a button and get a pre-order up right away for you guys to place your orders with. So for those of you who have placed an order for Tula Pink's her one collection that isn't out yet, okay? So this one is coming in at the end of this month. This is that collection. It's called Full Moon Forest 2. And we are still taking pre-orders on this. I have heard that it is in the United States and it should be shipping in late April. Usually, we get this collection before Quilt Week. We've been told we are still on that track to get that collection during Quilt Week. So, fingers crossed it gets here during Quilt Week. If not, it will ship usually right after Quilt Week. As soon as it hits our door, we are cutting all of the pre-orders and we're shipping them out. So if you want the full collection in yards, half yards, or fat quarters, now is the time to get this ordered. Okay, it will be here very soon. Speaking of that, we have Mr. Boney. Okay, Mr. Boney is coming to the store, and my understanding is he will be here in very early May. So, right now, Mr. Boney's on track. We have a lot of Mr. Bonies coming in, but do not wait. This is what how big Mr. Boney will look like. Okay, you can see he's about a third of the me. I am 5 feet. So I want to put him at like a good 36 to 48 inches, depending on how you build him. This is the panel. This is what the panel's going to look like. And that means Mr. Boney has a back and a front, which means he kind of could make 2 Mr. Bonies out of one panel. So that was a Mr. Boney that you saw in person. He was at a trade show. This is where I got to see him at a trade show. He was this was in Texas last November. So he is a shorter version of Mr. Boney, and we're calling him Mr. Boney Jr., and he is coming into stock. So he will not be here for Quilt Week. So those of you waiting for Mr. Boney, my understanding is he's getting here early May. So that's the update with Mr. Boney. I love this panel. You know, there's not enough of this that I could have in the world. So jump on the Mr. Boney train. Also, we are taking pre-orders for Dashwood Studios Witching Hour. This is by Helen Black. This is a designer from the UK, and we had her collection 2 years ago. She does these collections every other year, and this collection, she did not do a Halloween collection last year, so this is her new one, and OMG, it's adorable. Little black cats. You've got skull panel. You've got owls, which are near and dear now to my heart. Um, we've got potion bottles, pumpkins, and crows. Crows. I love the crows. Okay, so you've got like the multi-panel like down here in the middle. It's this one, Chef's Kiss. If you liked the Helen Black collection that we had the last time with the wolves, same designer, you're gonna enjoy this one. Me too, Mary. These owls are just, I mean, yeah. So this collection coming soon, May. This one is coming in May. So again, get your pre-order in. Now is the time so that you guarantee that you will get it when we get it. Otherwise, we can't guarantee. If you place the pre-order, you're in like Flynn. If you wait, can't help you. Okay. So the last one that we have is Corey Dantini's Witchy Ways. Now, I've had the Corey Dantini line now 3 years in a row. This will be our third collection with her. And once again, rock star of the designing world. We've got skulls in flowers. We've got happy jack-o'-lanterns. We've got kitty cats. We've got, just that star sparkle print right there. You had me. And this is also a May collection. So we've got two, one in late April, one early May, and then two later in May. Halloween fabrics are here and coming. So this is your time if you are wanting to get the full Halloween collections that we always get. Yes, thank you, Mary. You are going to want to get this on pre-order now, because that to me is the way to guarantee that you get one of everything. Now, both of these collections do have panels, which I do not have up and live yet. So we're going to put those up once we get them in and we cut them and we see how many we have. So expect the panels for this collection, Witchy Ways, and for the Witching Hour. Both of those will have a panel for each one. So I'm very excited about these pre-orders, y'all. So we are very Mary. Absolutely. A good thing. Halloween in May is the new Christmas in July. My understanding is it's like it gives you 6 months to make the stuff for Halloween. So that's why they all come out this early. I don't particularly like it because what ends up happening is during the Halloween season, I have no more Halloween fabric left. So, but we are very excited. Yes, what is it? Like Past Me made such great thank you, Past Me. I make great choices. I love it. Okay, so for Quilt Week, and then this is my last announcement for Quilt Week. We are doing some major restocks. And I am talking about restocks that we haven't had since like we first opened. And a lot of that was because we couldn't tell like what was good, what was just a hit, what was just, you know, and honestly, like I get so excited about new stuff that I forget to go back and order the stuff that was popular here. Ugh. So we have a full restock coming. And I mean, everything on our world famous Notion wall is coming in. And we have a restock coming on the Elemental Quilt coat. And we will also have the quilt coats samples on display during quilt week. So if you've wanted to make a quilt coat, I recommend the Elemental quilt coat, and that pattern will be restocked for us, and the samples, the trunk show samples, will be on display during quilt week. Oh, I'm so excited. But that's not all, because finally Charlie and I got our act together and said, what is missing from our like offerings? We feel like something was missing. And you know what it was? It's the original skull logo t-shirts. And so they are coming back. Not the 3/4 sleeve like this one, but the original black skull logo, just like this one, on a t-shirt. We're getting them back, and they're coming in for quilt week, and I'm so excited. We finally were like, what is missing? And we went back through the last 2 years worth of sales, and he was like, the t-shirts. Well, duh. So we're getting our t-shirt restocked, the OG, the original, the one that started this whole thing. Okay, for those of you that don't know, this logo, this t-shirt design, it was a bad time. Will the skulls glow by any chance? No. I think Mr. Boney glows, but none of the other skulls glow. Yes, it's about time, right? Like these t-shirts have been out of stock for at least the entire time we've been here in Paducah. And I said to Charlie, I was like, really like what used to be here, right, on this wall? And he said, oh, that was where the mannequin was with the t-shirt on it. And I was like, right. Well, heck, we need to get some t-shirts. And he's like, I've only been telling you to get t-shirts. And I was like, you're right. Let's get some t-shirts. Now, for those of you that don't remember, it was a really, really dark time in my life. And I took my last $300 and I started this business in 2010 selling t-shirts with that logo on it. And that's where this whole business started from, was me selling t-shirts with this logo on it. And I took the profit from that and I just kept reinvesting it and getting more shirts until it felt like everybody and their brother had one. And they're back. They're coming back. So they will be here the week of Quilt Week. Now you're thinking to yourself, I sure wish I could go to Quilt Week. Well, I will tell you that we are going to be having everything that is in the store during Quilt Week will be online. There are only 2 to 3 things that we can't put online. The t-shirts will be online. The fabrics will be online. The notions will all be online. So everything that we are bringing in for Quilt Week you will be able to get online, so you may shop as if you are at Quilt Week. But I will tell you, it is not too late for you to make your Quilt Week plans and come to Paducah. Um, we would love to have you. Bless you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I can't tell you the Disneyland like feeling that is really, really, it's just so exciting. um I need one for when you come to our Quilt Guild. Yes, I'm actually coming to you very soon. I feel like I'm coming to you guys in May. So I will be in Crown Point, Indiana, at your Quilt Guild in May. So I'm very excited. Um, when we first came here to Paducah, it was kind of just to see, like, is the show like something we should vend at? Should we come here? And I was driving down the street, saw the building, cried out, "Stop the car. There's a building for sale." We jump out, we look in the window, we call the phone number, we get a tour. Next thing you know, I'm upending my whole life to come here to Paducah. And I will say that that feeling of quilt, like Disneyland of quilting, is so true during that time period, right? Um it gets to this, like, you've got the museum, you've got these events, you've got stuff to do at night. There's a really great play going on at the Market House Theater. Take a look and see what's happening at the Carson Center. They've got some kind of Broadway shows and stuff that they do there. It is a whole thing to come to Paducah for the AQS Quilt Week. And the quilt show is the it's the pinnacle of winning an award here in quilting, right? The purchase prize, the top prize, purchases your quilt from you. Its top prize is $15,000. Yes. And you'll be in my class. Woohoo! Yay, I'm excited. Charlotte says, "Hey, reach out to Charlotte. She'll put a futon on the floor and it can sleep too." Come stay with Charlotte. There's Airbnbs, there's hotel rooms, there's quilters offering their couches and their spare bedrooms. It's kind of a thing. And um we're coming up on it, and it looks to be so exciting again. And I am not kidding when I say, if you have not made your trip to Paducah, there are 5 quilt shops in town besides um the museum and the show. There's 5 quilt shops plus additional pop-up shops that happen all over downtown and lower town here. So if you just came for the show, you haven't even seen half of it yet. If you come just for the show, you're just getting like this much of Quilt Week. I will even say, you need to come see the quilts in the museum right now. Not only and they will have both quilters who have special exhibits on display. They will have both of those exhibits. They're quilters, Victoria Finley Wolf and Carol Breyer Fowler Gentry. Both of them are coming and having events during Quilt Week at the museum. So you can see their exhibit, you get to meet them, they're going to give a talk about their inspiration and all of that. So I mean, that's why I'm saying it's not just go to the show, take a class, shop the vendors. It's come downtown, see our shop, see the other shops down here. We've got antique stores, we've got, I mean, you name it, we've got boutiques, we got all kinds of stuff. There's art, there's other galleries. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you about the Yizer. The Yizer Art Center is having its Fabulous Fibers exhibit. That's, I think, their 20 something year that they've done that at the Yizer. Quilt Week is a thing. Quilt Week is a big deal, and we are ready. We've got the exhibit that we're going to put up as seen on TV. We've got 3 pattern releases. I'm teaching 5 classes. We've got restocks. We got pre-orders. We got skull t-shirts coming back in. Restocking of the world famous Notion wall, quilt coats, you name it. If you haven't been in the store lately, we got a restock on pretty much all of our big sellers. We got some notions that we've never had before coming in. Come see us. It's gonna be a great time. So, my friends, that's what I have for you tonight. Please, please, please tune in next week. We're gonna do some demos of some of the new excuse me. We have new notions coming in. That's sweet tea. Ooh, it's hitting me. Okay. We've got new notions coming in. That will be next week's video. We've got an amazing show planned for you. So, I will see all of you next week. I hope you get some sewing done this weekend. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful evening. Night. Goodbye.